here today. Having so many of you here makes me really special. So on behalf of the Women Party, I'd like to thank you very much. It's really appreciated. The weddings, as you know, is one of the few opportunities where family and friends get together and hope they have a good time. And we talk about what's happening in one another's lives and hopefully what's happening in the future. But it's also a time where we remember the good times that we all had, especially with those who sadly are no longer with us. And it's really important to Fiona and Tom that we do that today. And you can see by the memorial ladder there's people that dear to their hearts that would have loved to have had it today, no more so than Tom's dad. And you know, we've all lost people that we've loved to have together here. But as long as we continue to share the stories and talk about them, especially to our children, they'll always be part of our hearts and our lives. So I think it's appropriate on this occasion that we just raise a glass to absent family and friends.
Family and friends.
Now I've been asked what's it going to be like to give my daughter away, and nah, it's fine. Now, as most parents know, there's no such thing. Because no matter where they are in this world or who they're with or what they're doing, they're always our children. And that's no different to Fiona or my other 3 daughters. And Tom, the wedding's really just a long-term goal. With lots of interest, obviously. It does actually give me a chance to say a few words about Fiona's life. And I'm a great believer in pictures tell a story. So if you'd like to open the envelopes, we'll go over you see there's some pictures. Go through these. And you see picture A, where she's a young, beautiful baby. That was no surprise, we knew it was the parents. I mean, that's for you. Actually, the second picture you can see here, where Fiona was becoming a wee character. And we had a slight problem. As you can see, she didn't like wearing knickers. Thankfully, that's now Tom's problem. What do you mean you don't mind? Also, then we get picture C here where you can see Fiona was a teenager, and she's actually quite interested in football, believe it or not. And she's quite good at playing it. And obviously, as you can see, she was already supporting the best team in Scotland Hearts. Those people, and also the last picture here, you can see picture whereas Fiona's off to the prom and you know, or the school dance, and that's probably the moment in the father's lives where they look at them and they're not their little girl anymore. They're quite a young lady, and you start to wonder just where all the years have gone from A to B, and it goes very quickly. And we're obviously here today where now she's a beautiful bride and obviously our wife. But Fiona was fortunate as she grew up. She had 2 big sisters there with her, and she had a great mother, and they were there with her every day for her life, and they still are. So I'd like to thank them for what they've done. Firstly, Tom, welcome to the family, as I said. No, yeah. No, Tom's been part of the family for a long time, to be honest with you, and
About 5 minutes.
yeah, it seems like about 10 years. But yeah, and he's great. He slept in there just like everybody else, and he's great with my grandchildren. I'd like to thank him for that, because it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Especially with you, Sean. But also, you know, Tom is married, and life's never going to be quite the same. And the married men in the audience will realise what I'm about to say. You know, so I thought, well, let's give them a little bit of an insight in what it's going to have to go forward in life. So to do that, I thought I'd do some research. So, like most people do now, I went on the internet, and there's amazing how much content there is out there on how to be a good husband, what a husband should be expected. Not surprisingly, it's all written by women. So you can imagine where this is going to go. But anyway, I've done a bit of research and I've pulled a few bits out, and I'd like to just share a few of those things on that you may have to deal with. And the first one is, your wife likes to spend her own money. But don't worry, when she runs out, she'll like spending yours more.
Get yours first.
And obviously, your wife will choose where you live, because that will be her dream home. But don't worry, she'll probably find another one, and another one after that. But the upside is, you will become a good paint and decorator, and your wife will make sure you enjoy it. Yeah. And obviously, your wife's never wrong.
100%!
Even when you know, both of you know she is. You just have to get on with it and smart. And obviously, the most important thing, you should always keep your father-in-law happy. And that makes sure there's only a few drinks. No, seriously, marriage is one thing, but sustaining a long-term marriage takes commitment, effort, communication, and lots of other things that you both have to do.
Everything you have already!
But being in love is a good starting point, and I know Fiona and Tom are very much in love. So I just think we should just raise the glass now to the bride and groom. I know the moment Tom's really been waiting for. Someone's going to say how lovely he thinks Fiona is.
Drinking time today, and I need to watch Kids Are Highlights. I do know there are a few things the bride and groom should share on their big day, so here goes. First of all, my wife. We'd like to thank everyone for coming today. It means so much to us to have everyone we love and care for here to share our special day. A special thank you to those who have had long journeys in order to be here. It's greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, it's not possible to have everyone we love here with us today. My nan, granddad, my uncle Rick, Fiona's granddad and grandma, and my dad, who was one of the closest people to me. He said to me after meeting Fiona only a couple of times, "That's the girl you love and you're going to marry," and it wasn't wrong. Although he would probably be known as Mr. QBR. We know they're all with us here in spirit though, and they're not only in our thoughts today, but more importantly, they're with us in our hearts. So with them in mind, could I please ask you all to join my wife and I and raise a toast to those who have gone but not forgotten.
We love you.
Now, events like today don't just happen. Me and Fiona have been planning this wedding for well over a year now. Well, I say we, Fiona actually did all the work. With help of others, as one of the best things about being a man is that weddings just seem to organise themselves. Fiona has worked so hard and put so much effort into making today possible. She has organised and arranged things I would never even have considered. Yes, with a bit of help from you, She has gone into so much detail, from the crackers on your table to the memory ladder we have over there. And she really has thought about everything. Now, there are a few thank yous I need to say. Firstly, to Ravenswood and our wedding planner Molly, wherever you are. You've been a great help from planning through to the food today, and thank you to our photographer John, although I haven't seen the photos yet. Thank you to Colleen for your help and support, and Colin, thanks for coming instead of going and play golf. But honestly, thank you both for letting me. Thank you both for letting me marry your beautiful daughter. I promise she is in safe hands, and I will look after her and love her unconditionally. Thank you to my best man, brother Joe, although I may not be thanking you after your speech. My groomsmen and our lovely bridesmaids, who I'm sure you'll all agree that they don't look too bad when they get properly. Seriously, you all look amazing and have done a fantastic job and have played a big part in making this the dream day it's turned out to be. Another big thank you needs to go to our beautiful flower girls, Ella and Lee May. Or as I like to call you, Smelly Ella and Silly Lily. And also the Page Boys, Ollie, Daniel and Noah. You've all been brilliant up until now anyway. You've all been a great help and support for me and Fiona. Thank you to Jack for playing the guitar. It's amazing. Maya, thanks for your help with the cake and getting all the cakes sorted. Thank you to my sisters Donna and Melissa, both of them. Thanks for all your help in making today happen and the roles you've had to play in being the amazing sisters you are. I'd also like to thank my mum and stepdad Adrian for their contribution towards making today possible. We are extremely thankful. I would like to thank you both for all the help and support you have given me during my life. You have always been there whenever I needed, and you've been great role models, and I can't thank you enough. Without any of these people, none of what you see in front of you today would have been possible. So to Fiona and everyone else who has helped organise today, I personally want to say thank you. Now on to my beautiful wife, Fiona. Thank you for agreeing to marry me. I have so much to thank you for. I love you with all my heart, and you truly are my world. I'm sure everyone will agree that you look absolutely stunning today. But then you look absolutely stunning to me every day. I met Fiona nearly 12 years ago, and she told me she thought I was a cocky annoying little shit. But she couldn't help seeing me again. From the moment I first met Fiona, I knew she was right for me and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. It did, however, take me around 7 years to pluck up the courage and propose to Fiona. After booking our holiday travelling America, I decided on where and when to propose. I decided to do it at the Eiffel Tower restaurant in Vegas. After going for about 5 fags in 30 minutes, I finally thought, right, I'm going to do it now. So I started trying to move my chair back to get down on one knee, and it wouldn't move. Firstly, she thought I was having a fit. Then I asked the question. All she said was, "Are you being serious?" I replied, "Is that a yes or a no then?" And she replied, "Go on then." And here we are today, and I feel so lucky to have found a bride that is not only beautiful and kind, but has a gorgeous smile, and seeing that smile at any time of the day puts a smile on my face. I don't always make the right decisions in life, but one thing I know for sure is marrying you is definitely the right one. They do say that today will be the happiest day of our lives, which does seem to suggest that it's all downhill from here. Although, with you at my side, I have no doubt that every day will be just as happy as this one. Fiona, I love you so much, and I'm looking forward to us spending the rest of our lives together. You are beautiful, funny, kind, caring, a bit like me to be fair. And I am so lucky to be able to call you my wife. Of course, I haven't just gained a wife today, but also a family. Thank you all for making me feel so welcome from day one. Most of all, Colleen, thank you for bringing Fiona up to the people I've married today. So, can we all raise a toast to my beautiful wife Fiona and everyone who's helped make today happen? To Fiona family. Anyway, that's enough from me. My wife and I would like to thank you all once again for coming today. We hope you've enjoyed the day so far and have a fantastic evening. Now, can I ask you to welcome my brother and best man, Joe.
Hello everyone. Now I've realised from today there's a lot of faces around here that I don't actually know. So for those of you who don't know me, as Tom has just said, I'm his brother, best man today. So time for me to embarrass him a little bit, but not too much. He doesn't have too much to worry about, he's okay. Now, I'm obviously today's best man. I'm Tom's younger, taller, better looking brother. So just want to start with that, get the facts right. Now, me and Tom obviously go back a long way. I've met in mid-90s. We've been going strong ever since then. Now, we've been annoying each other, making each other laugh, having our relationship as it goes since then, as all brothers do. Today is a different day in seeing Tom marry his best friend, who I think we can all appreciate they're clearly completely meant to be. And I focus today on ensuring that my speech reflects Tom as much as it can. So I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can. And there's probably not going to be that many laughs. Sorry for that in advance. I wanted to thank, I know everyone's been thanked already, but we're going to go over it again. So, thank you all for coming. People have travelled from north, minibuses coming from Scotland, even from Watford it took pretty long. It took a while, and it's been appreciated. Where am I? So, appreciate you all for coming, as long as you have. I know we all knew there was a free meal at the end of it, so we all persevered. And it's been worthwhile, because it was pretty good to be fair. I wanted to shout out to, there's some important people here today, and without them, none of today would be possible. So I want to thank the bar staff. They've been pretty good so far, but we'll be testing them all a little bit more after the speeches, but I certainly will. I reckon I'll probably rack up a Moretti now if there is one. I'm going to start with Fiona. The very brave bride today for entering into the Smith-Connors clan. You genuinely look incredible, and I think everybody can appreciate when you walk down the aisle. You definitely made Tom speechless at the aisle, which in itself was quite a thing to do, let's be honest. So Fiona and I actually went to school together, although I had no idea until after Tom introduced me to her that we went to school at all. I'm not sure whether that says more about me or Fiona, to be honest with you, but no. I'm so glad that Tom did introduce me. You've made Tom very happy throughout your relationship, and you've been an amazing sister-in-law already, way before the title was yours. Don't worry, I've told Tom he's a very lucky man, although I think his speech tells you that he's already fully aware. You've been part of our family for so long, and it's great to officially have you now titled as a Smith. Hopefully this might mean you can take your shoes off in the house, and maybe you'll even progress from Tom's mum to Debbie at some point in the future. Oh, she has. Update for everyone, she has. We're already blessed with having several strong, amazing women in the family, and today we've officially gained another, and that is something I know that all of our family, extended and the Smiths, are both completely delighted about. So, welcome to Fiona. Now, there are many amazing people to thank for the two individuals that are sat in front of us today that have brought all of us together. Many of whom sat here, parents, family and friends. Sadly, there have been some incredible people who aren't able to be with us in person, although they are definitely present. They even do have their own table of sorts. One of those came a little over 9 years ago when we lost our dad. This is the sad part, sorry guys. This has been something tough for both of us to deal with, and has only been made possible by the strength of our family around us. And Fiona, that has always included you. It certainly forced both Tom and I to grow up and deal with lots of things we didn't think we would have to. But we did it, and we did that together, and that will continue forever. I know that I can say with complete confidence that our dad will be incredibly proud of you, Tom. As you said, if he was stood here today rather than watching the QPR game, but I'm sure he would have stood here with a beaming smile across his face, knowing you will be taking on the world together, having given you guys a seal of approval as soon as he met Fiona. Although he probably still would have turned up with the QPR shirt. I know you feel Dad with you in so many ways every single day, and that will never ever change. But today is more than that. And I know you feel him with you as you stood there. I'm sure you would have been up there singing that song when you came in the room today. And he will be with you every day moving forward. Now, as best man today, I know I'm meant to share some embarrassing, throwing Tom under the bus kind of stories. Although, actually, I don't think there's too many of those, because I think most people in the room probably know enough about Tom already. And I'm not talking about the history of Tom Smith brackets that came out. There's more to him than that, I promise. And he wasn't born in 1889, despite the grey hairs. What happened in Barcelona stays in Barcelona. That's rule number one. So, unfortunately, I can't fill you in on Tom nearly drowning out at sea, but if you want to ask him the question later, you're more than welcome to do so. I do want to share, though, something that I don't know if many people will know. And it starts from something that everybody will know, and if you don't know it, you're at the wrong wedding. It's Tom is a QPR fan. Die hard. Hence the walk-on theme tune, whatever you want to call it. But that hasn't always been the case. So Tom's first love within football was not QPR. It started with my glowing, which did lead him to having a full Liverpool bedspread, the full kit. He was a full kit wanker. But he changed. I can't remember when it changed, but at some point it changed. And I have to say to him, he hasn't looked back since. He's still down there when it's pissing down the rain, shit weather, all of that. He saw, we were there last week and he saw the first goal for what? 300 days or something ridiculous. So fair play to him for persevering at it. He hasn't looked back and supports them through all good and bad, although, well, there may be an upturn now, but generally it's pretty much bad. Ish. Now, I do have a lifetime of memories. I struggle to remember them all. But it starts from childhood arguments about the game of life, not deciding who's won what, singing Angels by Shaggy, or watching the football and then only causing horses on a Sunday. Hence the Trotters training down earlier. Now, Tom has always been a constant in my life. The best friend from childhood that I've always looked up to, although not quite literally anymore. We had our days down at Loftus Road, whether it was watching them win, lose, or watching Judy Cat shove a full chicken boggy pie on that. Tom sat there, crying with laughter, watching me be scolded by him. I guess that's true brotherly love, I suppose. Or if it's the time that playing football in the street outside our old house, where Tom got... Oh, jeez. If that's deleted out, I'm going to cry. So Tom then got approached, playing football outside, all the moving curtsy, I don't know. If it was curtsy, I left it. Big German Shepherd approached him, wanting the ball. And Tom thought, nah, I'm going to keep the ball. It must have been roughly 15, 20 seconds, something like that. He's like, no, this is mine, I'm taking this. And he decided after a little while, well, he clearly wants the ball, doesn't he? Just chuck the ball, let that go, I'm getting back in the house, because now he ain't leaving me alone. German Shepherd didn't want the ball. Didn't want the ball. Tom had lobbed it, now we live on quite a hill as well, to be fair. So the ball started rolling, German Shepherd still waiting for Tom. stood there with a German Shepherd thinking, well, I don't know what I'm going to do because my ball's going that way. I'm going to lose my ball if I don't run. So he starts running after the ball. The German Shepherd then is chosen Tom. I don't know if he wants the ball or Tom, but either way, he's Tom chasing Tom. And he's running down the road. And the sad part is, I don't think he ever got the ball back. But we'll park it, I forgive you, it's fine. You were struggling. Now, this actually became a little bit of a common theme of sorts. With Tom, I don't know if you remember, you're looking at me like you don't, where there was another situation where Tom was frightened, shall we say, by an animal at the zoo, where I think he was back to the class like that, having a picture with tiger cubs behind him. And Mum said, be careful, there's tiger cubs behind you. And they jump up at the glass, and I think there's a picture somewhere of them jumping up behind him, scaring the absolute shit out of him. Sorry, excuse, I know there's kids in the class. And he was then gone. And it became a very common theme. But I think that time was probably worse, because I do think you went pretty swiftly straight for a toilet after that one. Now there are so many memories, but today has been the best of them all. You guys genuinely make a fantastic couple, and everyone can see that. Although you are somewhat gullible as a duo, but it's alright, nobody's going to know about Hudson's trip to the Medibet. There was also a distinct night I remember when I realised just how good you guys were together and the smile that you put on each other's faces. And it's a night that involves some Afro wigs. There was one night we were on holiday as a family in Crete, singing karaoke in an Irish bar at the end of the night after I think Tom had had snails for dinner. God knows why they made that choice, but he did. They were actually alright, to be fair. We were then wearing our multicoloured afros and having the crack in the Irish bar. Fiona and I, stupidly, decided to show Drag a Rose at dinner, and then I think it all went downhill from there. Tom was busy sampling the local rum, and terrible decisions followed, with the locals staring at us in complete disappointment. The next morning, I don't think we were feeling quite as fun. I think Fiona and I will probably both agree there was not a hangover that's outdone it since. But it will always be a night that stayed with me, and it was so clear from that night that you two were meant to be together.